and divine. We make the carnival come back alive. Now this is the juvie. Looking at us when I stink and nothing. Man and oil is the order of the day. Yeah, what we say? We are the hardest hard. A million woman in the band, where your hand, where your hand. We are the baddest bad. We don't come to play when we come to jump. Oh Lord, hand in the air, all girls set a wine and fling up the rear. Oh Lord, girl overload. Well bacchanal when we out the road. Oh Lord, turn up the place, every man hold a girl and turn out she waist. Oh Lord, turn up the speaker, everybody group up, jump together. Jump, is a jump together. Everybody group up, jump together. Jump together. Everybody group up, jump together. Wine is a wine together. Everybody group up, wine together. Wine together. Everybody group up, wine together.
Well, let me first welcome everybody here. This is the Artiste Spotlight, A-Team Artiste Spotlight. Yeah, this is the platform where we give young upcoming talent an opportunity to interact with their fans, and you know, just give people an opportunity to see and know more. Despite I'm not being a performing member of A-Team band, I am friend and family, right? And I'm very grateful to be a part of this process of nurturing talent and so on, you know. So I dive in straight into it. Peter, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Seon? Blessings, man. I want to thank A-Team band for this opportunity. I want to thank you, yeah, as well for coming on board, you know. And,
yes.
Anything this evening? Yeah.
Yes. So I go by the name Isaacs Promotion. However, they choose to slice and dice it up. Yeah. Peter, I see you're a teacher, right? But this piece of mathematics, a little tricky for me. How does it work out with you being a teacher? You're teaching music, that is, right?
Yeah.
What school does it you teach?
Right. So I teach at Barataria North Secondary School. That's the school that is formerly the junior sec.
Right.
Yeah, that's the school. Yeah.
So them kids don't get a flank boy like. So what kind of song you singing there, boy? So they don't get that kind of.
Actually, every time I walk out the compound, sir. You singing a song this year? What song you coming with, sir? I see a song on YouTube, and sir, I really like your song, sir. And then they ask someone, what you really good singer? Hey. And then I say, hey, well, come on, sing with me now. Let me see if you can do it better than me. You know, so it's a whole. The students like the vibe, and it's a lot of fun with a lot of them. Some of them joke about it. Some of them, you know, it's a cool scene.
Does the bantering with students allow you to execute your teaching more or more effective?
It's actually it could be an advantage and it could be a disadvantage. It's sometimes it's a bit hard to find the middle ground between Mr. Bido, the music teacher, and Peter Levels, the artist.
Right.
And sometimes you get in the little bantering, children could go off course a little bit, and you know you have to bring them back. And when you bring them back, it may not be the popular one,
right?
You know, but it's just the way it goes. And some of them do understand, you know, and some of them will.
So they might go on YouTube. They might go on YouTube and comment on some of your songs and do like it and take.
Just because, you know. But now, I had one instance of that, honestly, throughout the 10 years I've been teaching. One instance where somebody actually went and commented and, you know, made a negative comment. And, you know, I was like, you know, that's it's all good. It's how it is sometimes. Yeah.
Who would you say inspired you to get into music?
Wow. Into teaching or music?
Music.
Music. Wow. Huh. Whew. That's a huge question there. Now, my father was involved in the arts from ever since, from a child, but not so much in singing. We do come from a singing family. We have I have family members that would have sung and some known songs as well in Trinidad. So that I think my father really was my first inspiration in terms of his involvement in the arts as a dancer, a choreographer, a percussionist, and then coming up now in the business, joining a band, joining the first band that I joined would have been a band called Vision, whom a lot of members when A-Team now would have been part of that whole scene,
Don't go there. No, I feel it should go there, and I feel it should be very right there. Don't go there.
But I think that during that period, I was open to a lot of the local art form, especially where soca is concerned. And I looked at many artists, from ever since I was looking at David Rudder. I loved his poetic style, and that is something that I could identify with. I love the energy of Marshall Montano. I've always loved it. I was always amazed and really awed by it. And, there are people like Kes and those guys, their voices and so it's like different artists for different, I would say, talents. There are some artists lyrically, like Bunji, people like Bunji, people like Rembonction, lyrically those guys, and not only on that side of things, but even on the social commentary side of things, there are artists that inspire me as well. People like Crow, people like Myron B, those guys, yeah.
Since we're on that topic of inspiration, seeing that you called a number of artists, if you had to choose one to do a collaboration with, who would it be?
One of those artists to do a collaboration with? Oh God, look at you, partner, you put me in a jam there, boy. Yeah. I can't choose two.
One, just one.
Rembonction.
Tell us why. Tell us why.
I like the way Rembonction mixes his he has a way in which he does humor. He inputs humor in his song, and humor is a big thing. I like humor. Right. I love humor. And I think why I would do a song with Rembonction, I am yet to record a song where I have a certain level of humor in it that people could really, that's one of my elusive goals right there, So if I could that bring out that humorous aspect with him and that kind of collaboration, I think it will be good. As a matter of fact, people like him, I would say people like him and dare I say Myron B, could help me to bring out that humorous aspect. So if I had to do a song, let's say even write or and I think you could have party songs that could be humorous. Whether it's in writing any songs or even as the video, especially the visuals as well. Yeah.
I will see in all power that I have as well as with A-Team to see how we could place you and Rembonction together and see what could happen. You know what I mean? And see if we could make something out of this.
I could tell you one time that might be more of a Christmas song.
It wouldn't matter. At least it would put a smile on your face to position both of you all together. Yeah. There's this particular song you sang, All I Want.
Yeah.
How long ago that song was?
Wow. That was 2012, man. Yeah, 2012. That was 8 years ago.
Give me a piece of that song, man.
All that I want for carnival is to jump up and down and get on bad. Wind back on it, wind back on it, wind back on it, wind back. Lord, how I love my carnival. Stomp the banana whining on your girl. Wind back on it, wind back on it, wind back on it. Yeah, yeah. If you see me coming, and it's non-stop jamming, and the woman whining, and the girl them shaking. Lord, the Juve morning, and we didn't stop dancing. We go bounce up by the big chop, take a drink and start to wind up. Pull my glass up, right up on our plan and I don't stand to stop. His plenty girls to go round, play the song, let me see she wind down jamming, still we jamming. We don't give a clock, non-stop.
Don't sing the
Yeah.
So,
yeah, man.
Your inspiration behind that particular song and bring it up to date in terms of, you know, the genre of music and the type of music Peter Lever's been producing for the last couple of years.
First to begin with, that song, that was actually my first major recording. I've recorded stuff before that, but that was my first major recording, and it was also my first music video.
Who produced that song?
That song was actually produced by Brennan Virgil, a
Who?
team.
Hey!
Let me say that. Val Music.
Val Production.
Yes, man. Yeah, it was produced by Val. And that was the days, even Brennan might want to say, well, that was the early days, you know, it wasn't as. But I believe that that song to date is one of the, I mean, and I can't, it's one of the good songs. It's one of the better songs that I did. And let me tell you why. Sometime, I think earlier this year, during the carnival season, I was doing something on Facebook where every Thursday, as you know, we like to say Throwback Thursday, I would put music up on Facebook that I did. And would you believe, and this kind of ties into to one part of the question there that you're asking, right? There are many people who were commenting on that song who thought that that was music that I released this year.
Serious?
So it kind of weighs in there now on the relevance of the music. I think you mentioned something about relevance, of how relevant it is to now. And it got me to thinking, and I don't want to digress too much, but it got me to thinking, and I posted a question on Facebook some time back in terms of, and I compared soca with reggae in terms of how much have we strayed really from the original, because you hear people saying, boy, this the way all this soca music going down the road, thing. But to be honest, soca, a lot of the soca music that has been playing from yesteryear could be so relevant now. You know?
I think a lot of artists been ahead of time. The way how they execute the material and so on has been very effective for a number of years. And it also positions us now to like, hence the reason why we like some of these songs that is from 20 and 25 years ago. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And not only that, a lot, you see the rhythm of soca, the rhythm of soca over the years hasn't really changed. You know, we experiment with all kind of different vibes, and that's okay, that's cool. But we still maintain, you see that drum and bass, that the basics of it, we never left it. You know, unlike dancehall music where you see going through a whole different, the dancehall we used to listen in the days of Mr. Vegas and all of them is a total different kind of thing now. And we see, of course, we have a local dancehall.
You're lying out your age, you know, you have to be careful. You have to be careful.
Oh gosh!
Tell us about your most memorable performance.
Oh boy!
And why? Because it could be memorable for more than one reason.
Good. Yeah, I have it. My only ever appearance at a Soca Monarch semis. I'll never forget that.
What year?
That was 2013. That was 2013. That was the only power soca I ever sang, or at least that fast soca. The name of that song is Ready Again.
And that was at semi-final stages?
Yes, semifinals. Yeah. I'll tell you this, sir. That was the year of Fantastic Friday. And I'll also tell you this, I came up 2 places after Super Blue performed.
Wow.
Yeah, before me, just after Super Blue was Lil Rick. And when Lil Rick came off the stage, people were still shouting, Super, Super, Super. And I am there at the bottom of the stage waiting to go, and I'm nervous, eh? I'm not gonna lie to tell you, I'm nervous, but I already have my game plan, how I'm doing this, how I'm going to execute it. Everything is in my head. I worked out stuff with the dancers. I worked out stuff with, that time was Vincent Rivers and them and the soca unit. I worked out stuff with Vincent, you know, but I'm there. And I'm coming up and I'm being introduced and I'm hearing Super. And I had to really block that out of my mind. As much as I respect Super Blue, and come on, and to say I respect Super Blue is an understatement, eh? Right. I mean, as a general, right? But I had to, at that point in time, and this is competition, I had to, at that point in time, just block out everything else and just deliver. And for a song that really didn't get much airplay, that's how it goes with that, without going further, right? I went out there and I did what I had to do. I did my best. I didn't make it into the finals, but I had fun.
Okay.
And I execute what I came to do in terms of my execution and how I planned to do it. It was flawless. No mistakes. I couldn't complain. There was one little thing with the band, but you see, let me tell you something. You see, in music, when you're doing live music especially, anything can happen. Just like live TV, which I've done as well. I've done live TV. Anything can happen. And you just have to prepare. You had to know how to make a mistake without people knowing, well, hey, there's a mistake.
Yeah, you have to make a flawless mistake.
I remember one thing had happened, and it just happened, and that was it. I'm pretty sure nobody noticed it. Up to a while ago, I was showing my 2-year-old daughter that particular video because she loved that song bad, so I was showing it to her. And I'm looking at her, I was like, wow, So yeah, that was really memorable. What's real nice too? When I stood up, but not well. While I was singing, I actually saw some flags waving. I said, hey. I guess
you get them to move.
Yeah. That was a memorable performance.
You mentioned airplay, because that song was 2013, and that's when it went into the competition.
Yeah.
Do you remember what were your thoughts then as a young aspiring artist regarding airplay? And is that your same consensus today where airplay is concerned?
That's a real good question. Back then I took it personal. And I think I'd have no regrets in taking it personal, because I think when artists put music out there, and you're that good, you hear people say that you're that good. And it's not to say you're getting swell-headed here and you feel you're good is the best thing since sliced bread. It's not about that. There's a difference in being. There's a difference from being swell-headed and knowing your worth. Yeah, and I knew my worth. I still know my worth, and I know I had good music, and it was good enough to be on the airwaves, and good enough to have to be in good rotation. And I think at that time too, I allowed it to really stress me out, so to speak. Now, I don't really. I mean, since then I have put music out there and gotten some level of airplay. I can't vex and can't be ungrateful. I would have liked that. But now I look at it, I see it different. I put music out there so that people will really like it. I take full advantage of social media. I get my stuff out there. Whether or not it hit the radios, it is what it is. you know. And strategy too. I've kind of over the last 2 or 3 years, I've kind of entered the soca parang arena, in which I had some level of success where airplay is concerned. You know, there's always room for more, room for improvement, and yeah. So I can't say now at this stage of my life and at this stage of being an artist, that I am allowing it to stress me out, so to speak, as in recent times.
Have you ever used the phrase again find out?
Yeah, I mean, come on. You know, you feel like that. You feel as if it's a fight down. You feel like that. But when you look around in this industry, using that term loosely, when you look around in this industry and you see what's happening, you get to the realization, you know what, brother man, you have a message, you have music, you just go there and do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
And find ways of getting it out there.
And that's what you've been doing.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
When music is concerned, who would you say gave you the best advice? And what was it?
Wow. I have gotten advice from so many people. There are so many people in this industry that I have been fortunate to befriend and to be acquainted with. I think one of the persons that I really have, and it's not simply just advice, you know, but one of the person that I would really say that I'm really grateful to have known and to have gotten mentorship from is a guy by the name of Kiwi Charles, you know. Yeah, from ever since when I had joined the band Vision, when we were younger.
He's legendary in his own way.
Yeah. He has been there, you know, really providing human service, doing this free of charge, training us, you know. And it is because of people like him that I also got to link with so many other artists. That I remember there was a time when every day I would just go up to Roy Cape, and this is like, man, I'm telling you, this is like,
we know about 40 years ago.
Yeah, boy, I'm giving it out there again, you know, and just sit down in the band room and so fortunate to watch these guys rehearse and see what it's all about, you know. And there's so many other people I've worked with, people like Beaver Henderson, whom I had a real nice discussion with not so long ago in terms of the music in Trinidad and stuff like that, and things that we need to do. You know, there's so many other people, so many other guys, bigger blacks. Man, I don't know.
It's an amazing thing in your case where you were able to rub shoulders with that number of people in order to bestow the relative advice you need. That's actually a fortunate thing.
Yes,
you know,
man.
you have a lot of upcoming artists who not so fortunate to be placed in that position.
True.
So that's a really good thing. You were able to position yourself there. If not music and not teaching, what else would you be doing?
I'd become a pilot tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's your partner. Yeah.
So
since a child, I love planes, you know. I'll tell you this much. Where I have my computer set up and everything, I have something like a little flight simulator. So when I'm a little free time, I jump on my flight simulator and I fly. That's my little getaway, you know. Yeah. But if I wasn't a teacher and you know what, even self, if I was a pilot, I think I'd still be singing.
Yeah. So you would be singing to the passengers.
How you mean?
Yeah. I don't feel that might have worked out, but say what?
Oh, no. Hold on.
I know. If you had the power to change something in the industry, what would it be?
Oh, wow. if I had a big bow and arrow like Cupid, I'll shoot everybody and make everybody just love everybody, boy. No, I
Okay.
mean, let me tell you,
You feel it have all the amount of hate out there? I don't feel it have all the amount of hate out there,
I
man.
don't know. You know what? It may not have all the amount of hate, but we could always do it some more love, boy.
True. True.
It's. I think with that love, I think artists would, if a lot of artists in Trinidad and Tobago come together and stand up for certain causes and stuff, not only artist related,
Mm-hmm.
I think we would get somewhere because society listens to us, especially the big artists because they're the ones their music is out there, and society listens to the artists. They really do. And I think if we had more love and more unity, we could move mountains. We could change this whole country. I'm a firm believer. We could change thinking of this nation, and to some extent, our thinking in this we need to change. We need to. I believe I see it in so many aspects of life. Yeah, I tell you, I'd be Cupid. I'll be Cupid and just shoot everybody.
Let's say for the viewing public here, somebody who's hearing about Peter Levels for the first time, and they are able to now Google and find things out about Peter Levels. What would be something you would want that person to know that they can't find on the internet about Peter Levels?
What would I want them to know that they can't find? The thing about it is the reason why they can't find it is because I don't want them to know it. But oh gosh, let me see. Okay, so let's look at it from my music, right? If people listen to a lot of my music, they would probably get that I am this party man, or this wild man, or this man who just like to sing about woman and woman bumper and this and that. And I mean, the thing about it is that is part of our music, but
right.
a lot of people on the outside who don't know Peter Levels and just looking at my music will not know that I'm a very spiritual person.
Okay.
I come from a background deep in African spirituality as well, being an Orisha devotee or an Ifa devotee. And, that's something that I think people should know because I'm very proud of who I am as a black man, and especially when it comes to African spirituality, I think I'm privileged as one who came up with the upbringing of our foreparents and not ashamed to identify myself as such, especially knowing the history, our history as black people in this part of the world where a lot of times our culture and our traditions were deemed as outcast, we were ostracized for it. I remember, and I'm going to say something that's very controversial here now. I remember when I was a child. This is something I put up on Facebook the other day, actually. When I was a child, I was teased a lot in school. Hey, that is, you'll be a man, son, boy. Easy, you'll be a man, will be a man, will be a man. But if people really understand the true meaning of what is Obia, that so many other artists sang about, including this year, if people really understand, I mean, we use it in a colloquial term to mean somebody doing something bad or evil, or but if people understand what Obia is, and what is really Obia? Obia is a belief in an unseen energy that will go there and will go before you and fight your battles. And when we believe in God, just a simple belief in our higher power, in a being, in a greater being, to do wonders for us, right? When we feel helpless and powerless. That is the simplest form of be already. You know, so I feel so proud now to know that, hey, I am the son of an Obia man, and they could call me an Obia man too if you want. You understand? But it's much more than Obia. It's African spirituality. That's just what it is. You know?
With that being said, I want to tell you, happy belated Father's Day, and that brings me to the next question. As a music teacher, as a father, as someone who entertains, and I'm uncertain as to what else you dabble with, how is it with music and balancing all three, as well as wife and kids and so on?
Did you say wives? No, listen, nothing wrong. I don't mind, you know.
Well, you never know. You never know. You know, we live in a very different time, you know.
I'll tell you this. I'm very family oriented. I love spending time with my family. One of the things, and look at it now, I might look at it as a disadvantage. Not being as popular as other artists would mean that I may not have as much shows as other artists, as much performances, and you know. But that in itself gives me much more time to spend with my family. Work is work. I hold it in high regard as a teacher. You know, I love being amongst my students. Sometimes it can be very tiring, painstaking. The type of students that I deal with too. You know, it's not the easier sugar-coated ice cream type. No. You know? But I'm I lean towards my family. I look forward every day when I'm out there coming home to spending time, especially now that I have children. I have a two-year-old and I have an 8-month-old. And
well, based on that information, away from music, we see that you keep it busy.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Indeed. Yes. I'm making music in our forms, you know?
Well, boy, better you say. Better you say. I think it is about that time where we position you and place you on the spot.
As if I wasn't placed on the spot before, but go ahead.
So you spoke about all these different artists that you got advice from. You also spoke about you know, who you would like to collaborate with and so on. We were able to get a little bit of your vocal ability a while ago. Update us. Carnival gone a few months ago. You put out a song. You did.
Yes.
What was the name of the song?
The Portal.
Portal. We are still in 2020, my friend, and all courtesy of A-Team Band. This is your platform to perform that song right about now at this minute. I am Mr. Isaacs Promotion, and I am introducing Mr. Peter Levels to the world.
All right. Let me see if I can have this one for us here. Let's go. Well, everybody line up behind the truck. Half past so what you get them up. Take a run by the bar, full up your cup enough when the truck start to roll. Party non-stop. Oh Lord! And in the air, all girls start to wine and fling up your hair. Oh Lord! Girl overload. Well back and all when we out the road. Oh Lord! Turn up the space, everybody know a girl and turn out she waist. Oh Lord! Turn up the speaker. Everybody group up, jump together. Jump, Mr. Jump together. Everybody group up, jump together. Oh Lord, jump together. Everybody group up, jump together. Wine, Mr. Wine together. Everybody group up, wine together. Oh Lord, wine together. Everybody group up, wine together. Welcome to the island. A holiday is every day, we don't mind, man. Yeah, we got the vibe. We make the carnival come back alive. This is the Juve. Don't get no horrors when I stink and dirty. Modern oil is the order of the day. Yeah, what we say? We are the hardest hard. A million woman in the band. With your hand, with your hand. We are the baddest bad. We don't come to play, man. We come to jam, oh Lord. And in the year, all girls start to wine and sing up your air. Hey, girl overload. Rail back and all when we out around. Oh Lord, turn up the bass. Every man hold a girl and done out she waist. Hey, and me say turn up the speaker. Everybody group up, jump together. Jump, me say jump together. Everybody group up, jump together. Oh Lord, jump together. Everybody group up, jump together. Wine, wine together. Everybody group up, wine together. Oh Lord, wine together. Everybody group up, stay together.
Peter, listen, it is a privilege. I must say it's a privilege for me being placed in this position to have such a healthy conversation with you. You know, I mean, they always say time flies when you're having fun. So it's about that time where we kind of wrap it up. At this stage, I want to thank everyone for tuning in as well. Peter, give everybody your social media handles so that they can keep up to date with you.
Right. So if the folks trying to reach me on social media, just search Peter Levels, the artist, on Facebook or Peter Levels. The page is bound to come up. I'm also on YouTube. Folks can search Peter Levels on YouTube. My channel is going to come up. People can subscribe. So when I release new stuff, you know, they could have it. I am also on Instagram at Peter Levels Music. You all can search there. I think I have a TikTok thing too, but TikTok. But, you know, people could look at me all there. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Peter Levels. You're going to find me.
You know, everybody have a big up and a shout out these days. So I know any big up we had a big up, small up we had a small up.
Yes. First, I want to say again, thanks to A-Team for putting this whole thing together and this whole drive that is happening now with some of the upcoming artists being interviewed. I think it's a real great initiative, and A-Team has been known for doing a lot of community stuff service, you know, community service, and that is really nice. And I really want to big them up for that. Big up Brennan, the whole team, Desiree, big up. Wow. There are a lot of people who are going to be looking at this. Each and everyone who looks at this, I want to say thank you, and I love you, and thank you for sharing it, which I know you all will do. Thank you for going to the social media accounts and liking and, you know, and all of that. And thanks for your support. There are a lot of folks on the outside there on social media who support me. Thank you very much. You know, you can always look out for more from Peter Levels. Big up to KV Charles. Oh my goodness, my little daughter now. Big up to KV Charles. Big up to everyone who has ever had some word of advice, good advice, constructive criticism. Everyone who has ever invited me on a radio station to everyone who has ever invited me to perform anywhere, whether it was for free or for whatever, thank you very much. Big up yourself. It's all love.
I tell you that list kind of long, man.
Yeah, boy. I had a tip right, so I had to edit.
Hey, listen, we want to just thank everyone for viewing. Continue to follow A-Team Band as well. Continue to follow Mr. Peter Levels. Peter, I just want to say you're doing some pretty good work. Keep it up, keep praying, take care of your family, and we will see you on a stage sometime soon.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, for everyone else who's viewing, you could also follow me, Isaacs Promotion. That's Isaacs Promotion all over Instagram, Facebook as well. Easily accessible. With that being said, everyone have a great night until we do this again. Take care.
Blessings.
A woman just like a leg of it. Watch on the robin. So, upside down. Look at the sun and coming up. When I listen to the wind and song. We charge. You know why? The people, we go back down. From our bed, and we take it. Everybody are getting one shot until morning. We get to one shot until morning. Put your hands in the sun. Rain for your fire away, but sun can't hide away. Just know my way.
step. Here we go. Here we go. Say, we jamming our way and we not stop. Jamming our way and we not stop. We jamming our way and we not stop. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Peter. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.